When Parliament resumes this week, one of Prime Minister Mark Carney's top priorities will be to address a growing number of hate-related crimes in Canada in a newly proposed bill. Many welcome the bill, but some believe it should still go further.
Glad to see that there is an opening and there is a new law to help make it easier in some aspects, but not a peep about online hate.
The new bill also proposes making it illegal to prevent someone from accessing facilities used by identifiable groups and making it easier for law enforcement to lay hate charges. Latest data from Stats Canada said that police-reported hate crimes have almost doubled since 2020. Some cities have already taken action through bylaws, and the proposed bill takes aim at reducing these numbers. All right, for more, let's bring in CTV News public safety analyst and former OPP Commissioner Chris Lewis. Chris, thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday morning. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning. From what we know so far, what does it appear that this bill will be able to do in practical terms, and does it go far enough?
Well, of course, once we see the real bill and see the wording, it'll tell more. But in the meantime, it looks like it covers basically two areas. One is protests, like your previous story, which at times involve different cultures and different nationalities, etc. So there's a couple of offenses that have been added to that type of activity to help police deal with things in terms of people blocking pedestrians or cars from getting into certain places of worship, or even schools in this case, which normally students aren't part of the hate legislation, and as well intimidating people to not do certain things that they have the legal right to do. And the second part of it is adding an offense to the criminal code, which would, if you commit an assault or trespassing or some sort of threatening, etc., if it's based on hate, it adds a separate offense to that. So you'd be charged with two offenses rather than the one.
From your perspective, how needed is legislation like this, and what do you anticipate reaction from law enforcement is going to be about this bill?
I don't see this as having a negative impact on law enforcement. I mean, it gives the police a little more bite when it comes to some of the cloudy areas during protests around what can be enforced and what can't. So I don't see that as a problem. What I still see as a problem is you can have all the laws in the world and all the offenses in the world, but when it comes to policing protests, it's still going to be a challenge because there's always more protesters than there are police, and sometimes it's really tough to act on any of these laws because they just don't have the resources to continue the make arrests.
How much of a rise have we seen in recent years in terms of hate-related instances in Canada?
We've seen a lot, particularly since the Hamas attack on Israel a few years back. I mean, a lot of protests have resulted from that. Many of them very highly charged because it's such a simmering issue, you know, the many, many years that it's been going on. And it's overwhelmed police. The protest enforcement and watching and kind of containing has become a growth industry. And so, you know, all these offenses bundle into that whole protest package in some way. And it's been so difficult for police to keep up with the increase.
CTV News public safety analyst and former OPP Commissioner Chris Lewis, always appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
You too, Scott. Have a good one.
You as well.